Alright, this is John Oakes with Hankster's Hot Rods here today in our Homer City location. Today I've got the pleasure of going over our latest edition of our inventory with you. This is a 1961 Chevrolet Bel Air. Now this car, as you can see, this thing is beautiful as we walk around it. Light blue exterior on it. It's got all of the correct trim and badging on it. So as we walk around, you'll just notice all that stuff, and we will point it out to you. So as far as, like I said, the exterior, it's this nice light blue exterior, nice smooth shiny paint all the way around on this car. All of your bright work, the chrome bumpers, all of your side moldings, the fender moldings and so forth, all of the trim and the accents. These things are so nice on this car. No pitting, they're polished up, nice and straight all the way around. As you can see on our car, they've gone ahead and updated the wheels on this car. They are a 14x7 wheel, both front and rear, and these are the American Racing Torq Thrust 2 wheels. Of course, it's got that classic looking 5-spoke design that everybody likes on these cars. It also has a set of BF Goodrich radial TA tires on it, 225/70 14s the whole way around on this car. Again, a nice popular tire throughout the whole muscle car and classic car industry. Now, as I mentioned, we've already been over the nice, bright, polished up moldings here down the side. You can see body panel fitment and alignment here. Very nice on this car. So you see your gaps to the front and the rear of the door. All of your body lines are all lining up on this car, so your elevations are right on with it. You've got the chrome driver's side mirror here, chrome of which is in great shape. The glass in it is in great shape too. All of the windows on this car, again, immaculate condition. You can see slightly tinted side windows. So you've got your driver's side glass, your vent window, and you've got your rear quarter glass here too, all of which in great shape. All the trim around the windows painted the same color as the body. Same thing with your drip rail moldings. Those are painted to match the body. Again, as I always do, I'm always going to run my finger through that rain gutter there to make sure it's nice and smooth too, and it is on this car. Let's go ahead and open up the door, take a look at the interior from the driver's side. You can see it's got the blue interior, it's got the full bench seat on the front as well as the rear of the car. Factory dash with factory instrumentation, does have the radio in there. It's got kick panel speakers down below, nice carpeting below, the upholstery's in great shape, the door panels also in great condition. Does have a Grant sports style wheel in it, and it does have aftermarket AC. So when we open the hood, we'll point that out to you there too, the compressor and so forth for it. Now again, on this car, all your rubber seals around the door, those are all in great condition too. So again, this car is going to seal up very well from the outside elements. We close our door, it closes real nice and easy. As we walk our way back, you'll notice that this car has that like that rear sun visor style roof on it. So again, that's a real nice look for the car. We come back a little further here, you'll notice it's got the dual quarter panel top mounted antennas. Again, a real nice classic look for these cars. And we've got, again, the correct Bel Air badging back here. As we walk to the rear of the car, we're going to go ahead and look at our chrome bumper back here. Very nice chrome, no pitting at all. All of your bright work along that trunk looks ever so nice here. Your taillight lenses and bezels, same thing. There's no cracks, no chips in any of those. You've got that cross flags emblem here on your trunk. And again, you can look at your trunk fitting also back here. Again, your gaps and elevations, very nice. And that rear window, again, in very nice condition. Now let me go ahead and grab the key real quick. We're going to open up our trunk and we'll take a look inside. And this way we can show you that the keys work for the trunk. So we'll go ahead and find the right one for it here first. There we go. So the trunk lock does work. You'll raise that big trunk lid up and you'll notice the inside, or the underside I should say, of the trunk lid painted the same as the exterior of the car, that nice light blue. You can see your weather stripping the whole way around here. Very nice condition. There's no rips or tears in any of it. Nice and soft the whole way around, and it meets right down here at the bottom. So again, that's going to seal up nicely for you. You can see the trunk floor. Very, very nice in here. It's got a little trunk mount in it back here at the rear section. These are your floor mats for the car. So again, we always leave them out of the interior. That way you get to see the condition of the carpeting. But again, you've got a full set of floor mats here for the car. Also, you got your spare tire and jack up there where they should be. So again, complete underneath the trunk as well back here. You close this up. Again, that closes nicely. And around to the passenger side now. All of your panels, again, nice and straight the whole way, front to back, back to front. Again, we come down here. Now we're going to go ahead and look at our gaps on the passenger side door. Again, those are all good too. Glass on the passenger side, same thing. No chips, no cracks. Again, your passenger window, your quarter window, that nice curved piece of glass there on the rear. And then, of course, your vent window here also. And you'll see all of your bright work here, the trim down the side of the car, all in very nice shape. Open up our passenger side door, and we'll just take a look from this side now. Again, the upholstery is in great condition. The carpeting is nice. You've got full set of seat belts in this car. Again, we already mentioned the Kickpanel speakers. It's got speakers back in the rear package tray as well. Nicely painted dash there also. Again, this thing is very nice inside and out. So let's close this up, and then we'll walk towards the front of our car now. Again, we've already been through the wheels, tires. We don't need to go over those on both sides, but we come to the front of the car now. This is where you're going to see that nice grille work here, all the bright work on the front end of the car that looks so nice. The chrome bumper, no pitting at all. Your headlights here, both highs and low beams, just your traditional sealed beam units here. Glass lenses, no chips or cracks in any of that. The grille itself nicely polished up, and it looks great. Now we're going to go underneath the hood after we check out the gaps here. Again, you can see the hood fitment is great, and the windshield looks very, very nice. You see the tinting at the top. Then of course, as you come down, you've got no tinting there. But again, glass is in great shape. Bright work around that windshield is in great shape too. Let's go ahead and open up our hood. So as you see there, the hood latch, that works, pops open very nicely. Underside of our hood painted the same as the exterior of the car. Once we get underneath the hood now, you'll see the firewall painted the same color as the exterior of the car. You've got your molding back here to help seal the back of the hood up here. And then as far as your engine bay here, all black. You got your black inner fenders here, as you should. Now as far as the engine goes, the engine, this is a non-numbers match 350 cubic inch small block Chevrolet car. It does have the chrome air cleaner up here, chrome lid on it there. So again, that's a nice piece there. You've got underneath that an Edelbrock 1406 single feed 4-barrel carburetor underneath there, along with an Edelbrock Performer aluminum intake. Got a real nice set of finned aluminum valve covers with breathers there also. Now if you look over to the passenger side up front on the motor, that's where you will see the aftermarket AC compressor. Belts are run, all hoses are run, so everything is functional. Also on this car, you have the power steering. You've got power brakes on it also. Now it is drum brakes front and back, but again, they work very, very well. Power steering pump is a very nice unit too. Got your reservoir that mounts right to your radiator support there also. Now the radiator itself, just a stock style radiator. Got your fan shroud there, and it is a 6-blade aluminum fan, so that's going to help keep everything cool with that big shroud on there. As far as the ignition system goes, it's just a stock HEI style distributor, stock coil, but it does have an upgraded set of plug wires on it, a set of street fire wires, so that's going to help improve the spark to the engine. Of course, your Edelbrock carburetor and your intake, that's going to help air and fuel delivery. And then as far as the exhaust to help it breathe a little better, They do have a nice set of center dump cast exhaust manifolds, dual exhaust. When we get underneath the car, we'll show you that exhaust system, how very nice they did route that underneath the car. It's got a set of tube style mufflers on it. Of course, the dual exhaust all the way out the back of the car with a nice set of chrome exhaust tips. Now, behind our engine for the transmission, we do have a turbo 350 automatic transmission. We've got a very nice small diameter steel drive shaft underneath there. It is balanced, and then as far as the rear end goes, it is a kind of the original style rear end for it, kind of that 10-bolt front loader style. It is a POSI third member assembly in it with a 343 gear. So that is everything around the outside, the inside, in the trunk, under the hood. That's all of that. So what we're going to do next, get this car on our lift, go through the complete underside, show you how nice it is underneath there, and then finally we'll fire that motor up and let you hear what that small block Chevy sounds like. Alright, so we are underneath our 1961 Chevy Bel Air here. So as we do with all of our vehicles, we're going to go through the complete underside here, going over steering, suspension, braking, driveline, frame, floors, exhaust, wheels, tires, you name it, we'll go over it right now. So starting up here at the front of our vehicle, the front suspension, this is all pretty much your stock stuff. You've got the stock crossmember, stock upper and lower control arms. All your ball joints all look to be in good shape, greased and maintained there. As far as the tie rods, you can't see them, but they're to the front of the A-arms here. All the ball joints and all the tie rods, those are all in good shape too. All the little rubber dust boots on those are all intact to keep that grease in, and everything's been maintained very nice on the underside of this car. Again, as you can see throughout the underside here, this thing looks phenomenal. So again, care has been taken with this vehicle. I'll go over wheels and tires real quick here. As far as that goes, we have all four 14 by 7-inch wheels. They are the American Racing Torque Thrust wheels. And then as far as the tires, a very popular tire with the hot rod and street rod and classic muscle car guys. The BF Goodrich Radial TA tire, 225/70 are 14s on all four corners, and the tread are in really good condition on these tires. Now, moving to the drive line, starting here at the front. For the motor, now this is a non-numbers match 350 cubic inch small block Chevy motor. Behind that, we've got a turbo 350 automatic transmission. We do have the dust shield or the flywheel cover here. That's going to protect that. As we come back a little further, we've got our bolt-in, this is our transmission cross member, the actual mount for it here at the tail shaft. That's in good shape. Now the transmission pan, as well as the oil pan for the motor, free from any leaks or drips as I look around those, nice and dry underneath here. Even the seal at the tail of the transmission here, that looks to be free of leaks and drips. As we move back a little further, drive shaft, they've used a small diameter steel drive shaft through here. And again, for good reasons, this cross member in here, this X bracing, pretty tight in here where the drive shaft fits. So to get the clearance necessary, that's what they did, small diameter steel drive shaft. It is a weighted drive shaft, balanced, so that's going to eliminate a lot of the vibration in your drive line. And then to finish off the rear end, this is your original style rear. It's the 10-bolt front loader style rear end assembly here, third member assembly I should say. It is a POSI unit, and it's a 343 gear ratio. Now as far as the braking system on this car, it's power brakes, but it's four-wheel drum. Again, not a big deal though. The car stops really, really well. Steering on it's also power steering too. So you've got both of those options, power steering, power brakes. As far as the rear suspension on the car, this is going to be your typical rear suspension. So you've got your metric 4-link rear suspension here. No, it's actually, you've got your lower control arms. I want to scratch that. Lower control arms, you've got your, looks like your upper torque link up above here. So that's all hooked in. And then as far as shocks, it's got a set of air shocks back here. Easily adjustable by holding an air hose down on the Schrader valve, airing those up to whatever desired height you would want them to. And then of course it's got the coil springs back here as well. As far as the frame and floors, well, I don't really need to go over a whole lot here. You can clearly see underneath here a lot of care and time has been put into this car. The frame on this thing is in excellent condition. You can see how well all of the bracing in the frame is. The floor, the same thing. No patching or anything. This thing has been taken care of very well. All of your bracing on your floor, those are all present here and intact. All of your water plugs and so forth, those are all intact. Again, everything is very, very nice. Your pinch welds nice and straight on both sides the whole way back. Rockers, same thing, nice and solid as you go all the way back on this vehicle. As far as the exhaust system, we start at the front with a set of center dump exhaust manifolds. Of course, you can see the dual exhaust here routed very nice and tight right along. That conforms to the shape of that X-shaped frame here. And again, they've used like a turbo tube or like a glass pack style muffler here. So that's, you see that on both sides. As you come back to the rear of the car, they've got the exhaust routed up over top of the rear housing, the axle housing, and then of course out the back of the car underneath the rear bumper. As far as the fuel tank, you got your fuel tank right here. It looks like probably like a, I'm thinking that's probably like a galvanized steel tank. Not a single mark in this thing. It looks new. The straps all look new on it. All the mounting hardware looks new. This thing looks in great shape. And of course the trunk flooring back here too. All of this is in excellent condition for this car. So that's pretty much it for our 61 Bel Air from the underside. We're going to go ahead and lower this down now. We'll open the hood up, get a shot of this engine running. That way you get to hear exactly what that motor along with this exhaust system sounds like.